in order to conduct yourself as an artist in the business world, it's important to, I think, realize that a certain part of each of us is a small business, which means that we have to touch on all of those things that other people around us in a consumer society have to do. It's not separate, it's not special, it's not, in that part of it, is not exceptional. It's kind of mundane. And to actually go comfortably into the mundane practices of correspondence, doing your taxes, which nobody likes to do, accounting, following up on communications and such, it's the same as others do. And ours, while it looks a little different and you can romanticize it, it's important, I think, to know that we have to get down to business and brass tacks of it in the way that others do.
With contracts, there are many different kinds in commercial galleries. Some galleries don't require it and some do. It is totally up to the artist whether or not you want one. We do recommend that you research them and find out what needs to be in a contract on a legal basis, but also on a personal basis of what you're comfortable with. Artists often have many questions, and you want to have all those questions answered in the contract so you can refer to them and not feel strange calling the gallery owner and say, what are we doing here? How does this go? So it is good to have a contract and have everything in there that you feel you would want to know moving ahead with the gallery, as far as when it comes to exhibitions, payments that you will get, the timing of the payments, a clear definition of what the commission structure is, and how long they expect to have the artwork from you, how much artwork they expect to take over the 12 months. So that you can really organize your time schedule, especially if you have artwork going to multiple galleries. You want to make sure that you can service all of them well.
There might be an odd case here and there that you don't have a contract, and that might be something very informal that you're doing with people that you know, but I think really most of the time you need a contract. There's things that will always come up that you realize who's responsible for this. If something happens to an artwork, who's responsible for it? If it's something borrowed from someplace, it's really important that expectations are clear on both sides.
My dad was a primary producer, a farmer. And as a farmer, you're producing food, either meat or milk or cream or eggs or grain or anything like that. And it's one thing to produce, but at the same time, you have to bring your product to market. And if you bring your product to market, you have to have a good product. And when you do bring it to market, you have to try to not be exploited by the market. So you have to use your head to actually be a self-supporting creature. I don't know, if you don't bother with that aspect of it, or you're totally impractical about it, you're going to end up being exploited, and you're going to end up reaping less reward from your work